Hey Tommy, welcome back to Gossip Cafe. My name is Kay. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning subby, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Once again, your love and your presence is highly appreciated over here. So guys, let's get into today's video, or let's get into this video because there are too many videos that I already did. So, Masi.
Where is she answering? And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.
So guys, this one is a bit heavy. This one is heavy and this one is a serious thing. These allegations here are very serious. Let's get into it. There's this beautiful guy on TikTok, or rather on Instagram. Apparently he was working with David Tlale, and he shared very gory details about David Tlale. So I'm just gonna read just few things on here, and I will post this on my communities. If you want to read the whole story, you can do that. So Mr. Zaki Kings, he is called Mr. Zaki Kings on Instagram. So this man, he's talking about David Tlale, right? This man with ulterior motives got close to me at 21 years old of age while working for AFI SA. Weirdly enough, I met David Tlale when I was 21 years, but guys, there was nothing. Like, we met in a public space, and it was fashion in Daba or something like that. I was still doing fashion in college or something like that, which is how we met. Forged a friendship. I was charmed and inspired by him, a role model to me at the time. And to cut the long story short, he drugged and sexually abused me. He then exploited me of my skills during the pandemic. He would ask I write him pressers, sponsorship proposals, and other strategies, or copy promise to pay me. We'll ask, okay. Often in clothing, but wouldn't actually end. And when I remind him, he'd get offensive and gaslight me. He later offered me a job as his PR and communications manager at my most vulnerable. I think 2 weeks out of rehab, unemployed, he played around my depression for purpose. Tricked me down exactly 66%, I calculated. Less than what both he and I knew I was worth, and at the time rather. This thing is so small I cannot see it clear. Gaslight me and lied to make me believe he had bigger plans for me in his brand. Continued to use me, commented on my body and weight gains in the office during my most insecure days when I was literally gaining weight daily. A side effect from my depression medication. And then he tried so hard to crush my self-esteem and confidence. I left his brand after 3 months working for him and swore never to work in the fashion media industry again. A passion and a vacation of mine. Oh my god, it's more, there's more. I just don't want to read it because it is too small, and when I make it bigger, it's just a whole hassle. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put it on my community. But so I went to David Tlale's page on Instagram, and unfortunately there was nothing said about this. So I'm just gonna read the last sentence so that you can have an idea that this is not my allegations. It is alleged by Mr. Zaki Kings. Okay, it says, I guess it's solely me transcending past this and basically saying fuck you so much, David Tlale. You are a rapist, a couch caster and overall narcissist. God bless you, but first find God. Wow. Guys, this is serious. This is a very serious allegation, and I'm not saying that I believe him. I'm not saying that I don't believe him, because I was not there, and I hope he opened a case, because obviously, you know, celebrities, if you did not open a case and you come for them like that, they will sue you. And it wouldn't be a good thing for him, especially with his depression history. So I went to David Tlale's page on Instagram and I wanted to see what is he saying. So this is always the case when someone is accused of something like rape, for example, they become these motivational speakers and stuff like that. So David Tlale posted the weapons we fight with. Oh, what is this? The weapon we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. 2 Corinthians and I've seen this happening all the time, that people who are getting accused of a crime, they become motivational speakers. I'm not saying that David Tlale did this whole thing, but I'm saying if he did, he needs to come out. He needs to come out, he needs to rectify what he did. Even though he's not going to be able to rectify it, but he needs to show remorse. On the other hand, also, I hope Mr. Zakina Kings is telling the truth. It's good that people are coming out. I know some people will say, why are you coming out now? You don't understand, guys. It is so difficult to challenge someone who is so highly influential. Like, for example, David Tlale. David Tlale is highly influential. We didn't know Mr. Zakins, whatever, until I didn't know him until now. And I didn't know him. I didn't know the whole thing until it was covered by Salty Entertainment. Thank you, Salty. Thank you, Salty, for giving us all those juicy details. So, I don't think it's easy for a rape victim to just jump and say, because they always think no one is gonna believe me. No one is gonna believe me. No one is gonna want to be around me because I come with a baggage, which is not true. You did not invite rape into your life. You did not invite all that. At 21 years old, you are very still young. You can be excited by small things, and you end up giving yourself, and or you end up settling for certain things that you don't want in your life. And I think also that's why that's the reason why people don't come forward, and people don't understand that rape is not only violent. It's not only when someone is violently trying to take advantage of you. People can also be very sweet and nice and understanding and whatever, and at that time they are actually sexually harassing you. That's why sometimes you don't understand if it was a sexual harassment or you were actually enjoying it or something like that. And you sit there and you're like, must I tell people about this or not? Because you don't understand if it was rape or not. And it was rape sometimes it is rape because you did not want it to happen. You just were there, but you did not want it to happen. Even if the person who was doing it was gentle and sweet and whatever, if you did not want it to happen, that is rape. Okay? Thank you so much for watching till this far. I hope we get more information about this story, and I hope we hear from David Tlale, who is an alleged rapist. Thank you so much and have a fantastic one. Please do tell me down below what is your thoughts. I do not want disrespectful thoughts when it comes to this one. This is a very sensitive matter. Okay, thank you.